Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Championship Chatter here on Pitch Football. If you haven't done already, download the app if you're watching us on YouTube, or if you are watching on the app, head over to the YouTube and see what other great content we've got over there on Pitch. My name is Jonny.
And I'm Jonno.
And we're going to go through everything that's been happening in this, I don't want to say crazy, but I think it's worse than that division.
It's just so unpredictable now.
It has lost the plot. It is Paul Gascoigne, prime late 90s. It has just gone off the rails.
Fair, that's a good way of putting it.
Let's go over some results. Obviously, midweek there were some crazy results in there. I mean, Coventry actually beat a team, and
it's on silent.
Of course, there were some crazy fixtures in midweek, but they carried it into weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, every weekend I think has been crazy. Been ups and downs. We've had so many different leaders at Park. What a season.
It was for a long time, but we knew that weren't going to last.
We can't sing it anymore. I'm sure you're all thinking, but
you Sheffield bastard, you can't sing top of the league anymore. Yet. For a long time. Going straight into it though, Preston North End, not scoring many goals. I've been looking a good team. Look, when
they were creeping towards playoffs, weren't they?
They were, but then again, did you know they're only 1 point better off than they were last season when they were like 17th?
That just shows you.
I know.
Just shows you.
Absolute madness. But because they're not scoring many goals. And in this game, they scored 2, which ain't like them.
Technically an own goal doesn't count.
Well, it's still 2 goals. Yeah. They got more goals in a game.
Lancashire derby, so it's going to be a thrilling game.
The only problem were the other team scored fucking 4.
If you're struggling to score and conceding 4,
it's never good, especially in a derby game.
Hell. And Blackpool, they creep themselves away from relegation.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair,
a good role.
I don't like how much they dived. They were very Norwich-esque, but not as good on the ball. They throw themselves on the floor, push you, grab you, want to start a fade, dive, waste time.
It seems to be a tactic at the moment, doesn't it, from a few teams.
Yeah.
Especially away from home.
Exactly, but Blackpool nailing the colours to the mast, 4 goals in a derby game, can never complain with that. And
Jerry Yates getting another 2.
Another 2?
Another 2. Another 2. Joint top scorer with 8 goals, so yeah.
Next, Alan Shearer.
Doing very well.
He looked good, he gets into right positions, right spaces, punishes teams, did against us.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it a few times this season.
That's what you want a striker to do. Yeah, he's doing really well.
Do you think it can continue for Blackpool? Do you think they're going to go on a good run now?
No.
Just now.
Just now. Unfortunately, they're still down there. I mean, they're 18th position, so they'll be happy at mid-table, I think, from what they've started this season like. But you never know, right? This is a crazy championship season. They could finish top for all we know.
A team that is creeping closer and closer and closer to a remarkable start. Millwall.
There's always usually
slow start as usually.
Usually a hiccup here and there, but at the moment they're not showing any sign. No. And it's another good result. I say it's a good result. They're playing West Brom. It's always a big team to beat, but they are really struggling down near bottom on the West Brom, and another red card for them is not going to help them in that situation. But yeah, Millwall's done a job. Well done to them.
Yeah, I mean, against a West Brom side that have they got a manager yet? By the time this comes out, they probably will have.
Yeah, well, I haven't really looked, to be honest.
I just don't see West Brom getting out of the mud anytime soon. They're going to need a big appointment. They're going to need a big... I know January is not the time to do it. They need to put in pre-season. They need a big shift in focus player-wise.
Yeah.
A lot of players there are getting on, getting old. A lot of players there are...
Has-beens.
Yeah, essentially. Players that could have done it 2-3 years ago.
Yep.
Nah, not so much. As the game progresses, they're not progressing. And they need a massive reinvestment into the club. I don't see it happening anytime soon with the ownership model they've got, and it's going to come down to who's going to want to come in as a manager.
Nobody. Bugger
him.
Serves you right for signing Bruce.
Another result that I didn't expect. They won in midweek. I think they scored 4 away from home in midweek as well, and now they've scored 4 away from home on the weekend. Hull City making they're coming to life.
Yeah, well, I'd said they're starting to gel, but I think it were quite a few local people that scored for them and all, weren't it? Greaves Christian Longman. Yeah, it's not the international names, is it, that's scoring the goals. Alright, one of them was from Tufan.
But now Greaves Longman from Isle of Man, still foreign. I don't know if he is from Isle of Man, I've just made that up on the spot, but
I still call that as local.
But now Hull finally coming to life, winning away at Rotherham.
Rotherham's been on a good run as well.
They have.
I mean, Rotherham sitting in 12th at the moment, but even though they lost their manager, they've got I don't know how they got the result overnight, but they did. Fair play to him. Hull still below Rotherham in 16th position, so it's...
And I see Rotherham falling and Hull climbing. I don't think Hull are going to climb that far. I don't think they'll finish in the top 6, but
I can't see
I think they'll start to show now that maybe they'll start to gel a little bit. Whoever's taken charge as a caretaker manager, give him job. 4 away from home, 2 games in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Score 4 goals. You're not going to go far wrong with that, are you? If you lose that, it's shocking defending.
He's made a statement of intent. You win 2 games away from home by scoring 4 goals. Worth a go, surely.
Exactly.
Obviously knows what system he wants to play, how to get the best out of the players that are available. What you could do a lot worse, rather than bringing somebody in who's going to tear up what has been a winning team for at least 2 weeks.
While it's working, definitely keep him.
Oh, let's talk about it. Sheffield United 2, Norwich City 2.
Is that 5 games without a win now?
Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all.
Yeah, but then again, so with Norwich, they're shocking at the moment and all.
Oh, they were wank. I'm not being funny. First off, they played some little bits of good football, but how did they score? From two mistakes?
Well, bad defending and then very bad keeping for the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Pookie were a bit surprised how that second one went in.
Oh God! Did you see the first one with the keeper mistake though? If you watch it from behind the net, even when it ricochets off him, it's bending wide and then seems to Roberto or Carlos free kick.
You don't see him very often. You see him close, but you never see him get close down line. He was just too slow at getting rid of it.
And for the second goal, even though the mistake came from an L, and none of this would have happened if he hadn't made that. An L who has been a 10 out of 10 player nearly every game, but everybody has a mistake in him. Everybody.
And you can't get a mistake and leave it to Pookie because he is going to punish
Exactly.
you. He's proven it for season after season.
I do think Wes saves that. I think Davis were a bit slowed down, but he's won 2 appearances in 2 years.
Exactly, and saving a penalty at last minute as well.
Exactly.
Alright, it weren't a very good penalty, but you still got to die right way, and he did. So fair play to him.
Norwich need to change things up with the way they play. They've got some very good players, but this isn't just a Dean Smith thing. This has been going on since Farker as well. They gust of wind, fall on floor, antagonise you, kick you, dive, foul, everything. Time waste from the minute they get a goal in the 3rd minute. They've been like that for years, and they should be better than that. They're just a shithouse team. I mean, they have been for years.
I read Roy's view, and even Norwich fans are saying it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Even come together with Billy Sharp and he throws himself on floor holding his foot.
I hope he's alive. Could have killed him.
And then Hanley kicks Sharp blatantly.
Yeah.
Sharp gets up and just has to go back. He could have easily rolled along the floor, and I think he'd have got a red card for that.
I don't think he would, because
I think if you I
don't think he would have got a red card, because I don't know which bit of Norfolk that referee were from. But he obviously got the team bus there and back. Yeah, not Ipswich. He obviously got the team bus there and back. Because he was celebrating. He tried everything.
I want to say it's bad reffing because he fell for every tricking, but Norwich were throwing at him.
But not just that, we should have had 2 penalties. Easy.
Definitely 1. I'm not sure about that.
2. It would go into the thing is, they were 2-0 up, cruising. They should have kept going for it, but they didn't. They chuck themselves up floor and they go for it. And they're a shit house team.
That was the change, weren't it? The change, or them reacting, Billy Sharp getting involved, crowd getting involved. Bram Lane were rocking for the last half an hour, which has been unusual. Yeah,
we've not been good as fans. Haven't been good for a while, man.
We admit we've been very quiet at the moment. Our fans home and away.
I've been since COVID.
Yeah.
I've been since COVID.
So it was nice to get Bramall Lane rocking, and I think Norwich helped in that situation from doing what they did. And
it could kickstart.
We could have won that in last minute if McBurney ended that a bit better.
No, I don't think he did much wrong with that. I think he did everything right.
Already down, weren't it?
I think it was just an instinct leg save. He did everything right. He puts it where everybody wants to put it, low and hard.
Yeah.
But keeper.
You could see he was disappointed though.
Yeah, of course. If he nods it high up, keeper's always a chance keeper gets an hand to it. 9 times out of 10, a low one down like that, it's it back at net.
Even if it ricochets to another United player,
It was
a good game though.
Yeah, very good.
Another fantastic game for the neutrals at Bramall Lane. 3-3, 2-2.
The thing is with that game, I think that Norwich win that if they don't resort to the playoff team, because like you said, that got the crowd fired up, and that could kick-start a season. That could get the crowd.
And if Pookie could take a penalty.
Oh God, yeah, that was an awful penalty. Redemption for Davis. As bad as the penalty is, you've still got to save it.
Yeah, that'll do his confidence so much.
But another game, as you said, we had a win for either team, and 2 teams that were expected to be the dominant forces in the division. We were for a while, but we're just not doing it now.
We're still 5th position. I think we're about 3 points off top now. Norwich in 7th, not even in playoff zone, but you still expect both teams to be in top 6 by end of season. Yeah,
exactly. One team we'll talk about is the new league leaders, Queen's Park Rangers.
What a season so far there, having.
Exactly. Michael Beale turned down, wouldn't he in EastEnders? He turns down a move to Wolves to stay with QPR. That's going to do their confidence.
This is his first managerial job, and he's only been assistants at Villa and Rangers. So, what a start to his career.
Exactly. I mean, would you go to Wolves at the minute?
Not if it's my first job, no.
But even if your team's looking at top of league,
what are you doing with QPR at top of league? Why would you go anywhere at the moment, especially for a team that's struggling in Premier League? Because there'll be too much pressure on him. If he loses that job, where's he going to go after that? He's only got QPR 6 months on his record. So, carry on at QPR. You're doing a fantastic job.
Make a legacy before you destroy it.
Yeah, exactly. Like most managers will see pound signs and go anywhere that they want that's offering them more.
Exactly. And you've got top scorers in Chris Willock and Lyndon Davis with 6 and 5 between them. They are a team that likes to attack. They are a team that likes to go out, to just not sit back. They were the first team to come to Brom Lane and not sit back. They went for it all game. Yeah.
And we prefer that, don't we? I think most teams do, instead of defending 10 men behind ball.
Every time I've seen QPR this season, they look like one of the constant attacking threats to the division, and it's starting to pay off. They are top of the league at the minute. Not many people fancied that at the beginning of the season.
No. I don't think their fans would.
No, of course not.
All right, they had a decent last season and only just missed out. I think most people have thought they wouldn't do as good, but fair play to them. And they look good.
Yeah, they've got a lot of providers in the team, a lot of people getting it on the assist sheet as well.
Yeah, I mean, all right, it was a narrow victory against Wigan. Wigan are an up and down team at the moment, but even narrow victories are a good victory, isn't it?
They just look a team that, like I said last season, Blackburn were the dark horses. QPR this season could be a dark horse, but they could actually finish the season strong. All being well.
You look at Blackburn as well, and they're just doing just as good. I mean, I think Berriton Diaz, still love that name. I think he's still joint top scorer with 8 as well, something like that. So he's said it before. What a brilliant championship season we've got. I imagine nobody can say who's going to finish top 2. Nobody knows.
It's exciting times for teams like QPR. Not so much for us, but let's go around the fans and see who's excited and who's dreading the upcoming week.
I'll be in Sheffield United at 12:30 on Saturday. Likely to be Carlos Corberan's first game as West Bromwich Albion manager. At time of recording, we're still just waiting for the official confirmation of that, but John Percy has said it's happening, which in the West Midlands is pretty much as good as a confirmation as you get. So, interesting to see that. I think for Albion fans now, we're just glad to get a manager through the door. To be honest with you, it's been desperate since Bruce was sacked. There's been rumours of that we're potentially going into administration, all these sorts of things. Very premature from what I hear, by the way, but the financial state of the club long term is definitely something to be worried about. So for Blades fans, I think it'll be an interesting atmosphere to be a part of on Saturday, because we are not a happy camp. We're not a group of fans who are in any way, shape or form enamoured with our ownership, and we're together as a fan base, but as a club we're pretty disparate. So off the pitch stuff is almost as important actually as on the pitch stuff at the moment, although we need the points to pull clear of the relegation zone and make sure we don't get relegated. So big game for us in that sense, but I think as well, with all the stuff going on off the pitch, I think the atmosphere could be interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, surprisingly happy video from us. 2 wins in a row, both away, both our first away wins of the season. Obviously starting with a really well fought 3-1 win against Blackpool, followed by a 4-2 win at Rotherham, and the second one could have been 6 or 7 goals. Very bold team choice from Andy Dawson. He dropped Oscar Estepinian, who's joint championship top scorer, our top scorer. Scored loads this season. We practically didn't have a striker on the pitch, and loads of midfielders, loads of defenders. Everyone's thinking what's going on. But the work rate, the unity, the togetherness, organisation, how much more of a threat we are going forwards. We're looking brilliant at the minute, and Ryan Longman hitting form up top finally, and looking more of the player we knew he was. Exciting times now. Let's see. Hopefully Dawson can kick on and try and get his name in the hat for the permanent manager's job.
Chris here from That Millwall podcast, reviewing Millwall's midweek and weekend results. 6 points from a total of 6, so obviously a really, really good week for the Lions, beating both West Bromwich Albion and Watford. 2 teams, one that was in the Premier League last season, both tipped for success this season. However, both brushed aside quite easily. 5 goals scored, 1 conceded, and I feel like we're really starting to find our feet now. It's like it's clicking a bit. Gary Rowett has implemented a new 4-2-3-1 system since the Rotherham game, and since that game we've not lost. 4 wins and a draw since that change, and things are starting to click. We've got strengthening depth. We saw 5 substitutes coming on the weekend. One of them scored. The other goal was scored by a player that wasn't in the starting 11 for the last 3 games. So we've got real strength in depth now, and I think we can definitely push on. We've got 3 games coming up against teams that I think are all beatable. So let's see where we end up. Come on, you Lions.
Well, we wouldn't have it any other way, would we? It's been a weird Watford week. Started off with a win against Norwich. We thought that was pretty good. Followed it up with an absolutely miserable performance away at the New Den. Millwall absolutely battered Watford. They were 3-0 up in what felt like the blink of an eye. Home and hose before half-time. And that game really left Watford supporters angry, because it was just the attitude, the application of the players that night. It just felt really, really bad and not up to scratch. Credit to Millwall, it has to be said, they didn't give Watford a minute's peace, ripped into them from minute 1, and Millwall were complete value for their win. But the way Watford just wilted in the face of what was sort of average pressure really was pretty disappointing. But to add salt into an already big old wound was the loss of Imran Louza. It's turned out he's got a fractured ankle and ligament damage he sustained in that game, early on in that game. Blocking across, he just landed funny on his ankle. And Imran Louza has been really instrumental in some of the best bits of Watford's play in the last couple of weeks. Only just come back from a long-term injury and an operation. So to lose him so quickly is a real desperate blow. Desperate blow for him. Feel really sorry for him. He was due to go to Morocco with the World Cup. For the World Cup, sorry. So feels really sorry for him and wish him all the best. But a really abject performance against Millwall. And then we went to Sunday, Derby Day, home to Luton. If you'd have asked a straw poll of Watford fans, everyone would have wanted them to win. Not many would have expected them to. Luton very much the form side going into the game. I think they were unbeaten in 5. Watford up and down as per usual. So if you're a betting man, I think you could have got 2-1 or better than 2-1 on Luton to win the game. If I could allow myself to bet against Watford, or and not worse than that, betting against Watford, betting against Luton against Watford, I probably would have had a few quid on it. I'm glad I didn't. I hope you didn't either, because Watford absolutely battered Luton. They dismantled them at Vicarage Road. From minute 1, they really got stuck in. João Pedro sort of at the vanguard of that. He really got the memo about what this game means to Watford and their supporters. It was a really impressive afternoon at Vicarage Road. Luton didn't get a moment's peace, and what we really saw was that those front players, those attacking players, João Pedro, Ismail Assar, Keenan Davis doing his bit as well. They really, they were the difference, quite frankly. We haven't seen that enough from Watford. They just haven't been able to get them in the game consistently enough. It all clicked against Luton, though. It was an absolutely stunning performance. Luton never really got started. Heard Nathan Jones afterwards complaining that some of the players had an upset tummy or something like that. There's always an excuse for Mr. Jones after they lose to Watford at the Vic. I think last time he was bemoaning the fact that the players didn't realise it was a derby and how important it was. This time they've got a little upset tummy. Hopefully they'll get well soon, but the way for them to get well soon, what am I talking about? I'm so excited. The way for them to get well soon is definitely to not watch a rerun of that game, because Watford thumped them. But the reality is Watford remain so inconsistent, and if they are still going to have a chance of making this season a success, they need to build on the momentum that they've built up in that game against Luton. They've got Wigan away next, another tricky place to go, but if they're serious, they need to win games like that. So a topsy-turvy week as usual for Watford, but it's ended on a massive high, a thumping win against the local rivals, and it's those in Watford yellow that are smiling as we go into next week. Come on, you Golden Boys!
So being around the fans, let's not forget, as well as the weekend fixtures, we have got 2 midweek games this week. Coventry will be taking on Rotherham at the Wasps Stadium.
And Burnley take on Norwich, which is another big game.
Yeah, I mean, Coventry, we went there in midweek. It was awful. I wish the bus had stayed broken down, if I'm honest. 2 teams that just cancel each other out with how awful they were. We were awful that night.
I don't think we're as bad as people made that.
No, we were awful. We were awful. We were just awful. We showed no attacking intent.
No, but when we did, we looked better.
We did for 10 minutes. We probably should have won the game with that one at the post, but Wasps fans are kicking, oh, it shows how good a team we are and we can build, we shouldn't be down here. They were fucking awful.
Wasps got relegated.
Hopefully other ones do and all. Wasps rugby team got relegated. Let's hope Wasps football team gets relegated next.
Exactly.
Fucking hate him. I had one of their fans come on and say, oh, well, you can say it's a lifeless, soulless bowl ground, but at least our fans made some... One drum does not make an atmosphere, you fucking idiots. One drum in a corner next to away fans with boom, 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 all fucking game. It isn't an atmosphere.
We know what his views are on drums.
Fucking little drummer twats. Let's show how good your support is. I'm just going to put a bit of footage up now of the rest of your fucking ground. Great support. Oh, live. Oh, fucking brilliant support. Well done, Wasps fans. Well done. Fucking get it bin. Get in League 2. Do you know what it's time for, Jonno?
Is it time for a bit of foreplay?
Time for a bit of foreplay where we take 4 upcoming championship fixtures, all from this weekend. We're picking 4 games we think will be hard to predict. We're picking who we think is going to win, who's going to lose. And what you should be doing is getting on the Pitch Football app, clicking the little foreplay button, picking 4 games, either from the Premier League or the Championship, and saying who you think's going to win, or if it's going to be a draw.
Yeah, see how good you are at foreplay.
Exactly. Everybody needs to get better at foreplay.
Exactly. Because the reviews aren't good.
No. We're constantly told we need to get better at foreplay. But points do make prizes. We have quarterly prizes and a giant yearly prize. Get on there, get some points in towards. I think more people need to be playing this game because the prizes are really good. We'll put some up on screen now. Magic. But you don't have to choose our games. You can choose our games and you can try and play along with us, or you can pick any 4 that you like. First up, I'm going to go for Bristol City versus Swansea City.
Ooh, so it's a bit of a derby, isn't it? They always like a bit of Welsh Bristol kind of game.
Welsh Bristol kind of game.
Yeah. It's either here or there, isn't it?
The border derby.
The border.
Bit like Wrexham and Chester.
Yes.
Yeah, similar kind of thing to that, but less hatred. I don't know, Bristol City, to me, they look like they were going to do really well this season, and they kind of seem to just plod off, don't they?
Yeah, I think they do that quite often, most seasons. Swansea, I think they're up in about 4th position at the moment, aren't they? Nice result against their local rivals, Cardiff.
Yeah, we didn't mention that, but a good win in the Wales derby, the South Wales derby. So that can do confidence the world of good.
I'm going to carry on. I'm going to say a Swansea win for me.
Swansea win. Another one of them games where I just don't see it being very exciting. I can see it being a 1-1. 1-1, but not a good 1-1. Go on, you can introduce the next one.
Coventry versus Blackpool.
Oh, it's difficult, this one, because Blackpool playing well, Coventry think they're Barcelona.
There we go. That's why you put Coventry in there, isn't it?
Yeah, just so I can have another dig. But I've seen both teams play very recently against us. Blackpool's got this one in bag, I think.
I think
by a big scoreline.
A draw for that one.
A draw for that one?
Yeah.
I can see Blackpool winning big.
Can you?
Yeah, really can. Really can. I think Yates will punish them.
You hope, don't you?
I really fucking do. Hull, who have been coming to life versus one of the season's unexpected heroes in Blackburn Rovers, a team that desperately wants their Premier League status back after so long out of it.
I think this is going to be one that the top will show you how much if Hull have changed. Yeah. It's a very, very decent
it's
side.
a big challenge.
And Blackburn want to really step up there as well, so that'd be a tough match for both teams.
Really will. And I'm struggling with this one, so I am going to go for a draw.
Yeah, I think so. Desmond
2-2. Good old Desmond. Last but not least, Norwich City versus Stoke City. Stoke, just when they look like they're coming back to life, it was a little stumble, and then they come back to life again. I'm hard pressed to see them beating Norwich, but they're a bit of an enigma at the moment, Stoke. You can never tell which Stoke's going to turn up.
No, I mean, Alex Neil. Why? Still can't get all that.
No.
I don't see doing anything at Stoke. Stoke's just going to be a mid-table championship side for a while.
Oh, yeah.
They just, I don't know.
It's a strange one.
Yeah.
Because as much as we've said that, look how they sometimes come out and play.
I know. They'll probably beat Norwich 3-0 now. But no, I'm going for a Norwich win. I think they're going to get a win finally.
I think it's going to be a Stoke win.
For a Stoke win.
A win for a Stoke
more
win.
misery for Dean Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, pity.
Shame, Dean. Shame. As I said, get in the comments, let us know whether you think we're right and wrong. Play along over on the Pitch Football app and get yourself some points towards them prizes. It's going to wrap it up, I think. It's to another crazy week of Championship football, Jonno.
Exactly, can't wait. we'll be travelling to West Brom, so...
Yeah, I was just about to mention that, fuck's sake. West Brom going to get the first win in God knows how. As our poor run will no doubt continue. But to all those heading away, safe travels. To all those watching your teams at home,
Forget your drum.
forget your drum. Leave your drum at fucking home. Never bring a drum to football. It's stupid. I've been Johnny.
I've been Jonno.
Take care.